Now, in the main event, we have Anthony Lionheart-Smith versus Volkan Oezdemir. Before I get into it, I want to make sure to ask you guys to comment, like, and subscribe. Let us know how you think we're doing on the channel. Thank you guys so much for the growth. We greatly appreciate it. And leave your comment below telling us who you think will win this main event. And are you excited to watch this in the first place? But without any further ado, let's just get right into it. Dissecting the fight and dissecting these two competitors. Starting with Anthony Lionheart-Smith, 30 years old, but has ton of mixed martial arts experience. This guy's 30 wins, 13 losses, coming off, 2 consecutive knockouts versus former champions, although they are, older champions in the form of Rashad Evans and Shogun Rua in the first round. No matter how you want to look at those KOs, no matter how you want to justify that there were older fighters, Anthony Smith did work. Anthony Smith came in there, did his job, and took care of business without taking any sort of damage. However, Anthony Smith does have a lot of MMA mileage, and that typically translates to injuries that linger on. Typically translates to susceptible chins that at one point cannot take a shot as well as they used to. And he is facing a very dangerous Volkan Oezdemir who has KO power. He is coming off a loss at UFC Boston against Daniel Cormier. That was his title fight. He is now 3-1, and he is looking for that redemption fight, coming back in the winning circle of the light heavyweight division. I feel like a lot of people may discredit this fight as to two guys who aren't really contenders, and this is just kind of a filler fight. And although that may have some justification to it when comparing the light heavyweight division and who is truly at the top in the form of Alexander Gustafsson, in the form of John Jones, and in the form of Daniel Cormier, you can't discredit that these guys have knockout power and they put on entertaining fight. Anthony Smith, if you look at his career, he's fought everywhere. He's taken some losses that maybe he shouldn't have taken that fight in the first place. But you look at Anthony Smith's UFC career, it's pretty impressive. This guy is riding, what is it, 6 wins. He has only 2 losses in his stint in his second stint in the UFC, and he has wins over Hector Lombard, Rashad Evans, Mauricio Shogun Rua. This undoubtedly will be his biggest challenge of his MMA career, because not only is he fighting one of the younger guys, he's fighting a guy who was a former contender and a guy who's put away Ovince St. Preux, Misha Cirkunov in the first round. Volkan Oezdemir, if you're to take away everything from him, the one thing you have to give him is his knockout power. And this guy brings it. It may be one of his tools. It may be one of the only tools he can rely on. But you cannot go into a Volkan Oezdemir fight half-assed. And the fact that both of these guys are stand-up fighters, neither of these guys should be going for a takedown, kind of going for submission, wrestlers. You can expect some fireworks. This will be an entertaining fight. I guarantee you that. Neither of these guys are going to be slouches. Neither of these guys are going to try and get an easy decision victory. This is definitely ending in a KO or TKO. But when I have to pick who would it be, Volkan or Anthony Smith, based on the fact that Anthony Smith has so much more MMA mileage, based on the fact that even in the Shogun Rua fight, he got tagged by a much older Shogun Rua, and based on the fact that we have seen from past performances, Anthony Smith may have a bit of a suspect chin, I have to give it to my man Volkan Oezdemir. I feel like this fight, Anthony Smith may have a lot of false confidence in the form that he brutally knocked out 2 former light heavyweight champions. He may be looking at them as more prime than they used to be. But the fact is, Volkan, he's probably going to take advantage of that. He's probably going to take advantage of the fact that Anthony Smith is going to try and knock him out. Look for an opening. Look for that sloppy overhand right that tries to knock your opponent out. Clip Anthony Smith and put him away. So my final prediction for this fight is Volkan Oezdemir, first round KO. And that will be UFC Fight Night 138 in Moncton.